you doing? Another beautiful day in paradise around here, isn't it? You just nod your head, right? Maybe it's your version of paradise. Maybe it's my version of paradise. Welcome back to another episode of Your Success at Last. DNA, doing those necessary actions, getting those daily needed attitude adjustments. Me, I'm your host, Tracy Ace Britton, Mr. Sergeant Major Motivation around these here parts. Yeah. We're going to talk about stress today. Yeah, we are. But before we go there, don't get stressed out just yet. Let's start with today's question. And on Wednesdays, we ask the lovely question of what do you really want or need to change? There's always something that you need to or you want to change in your world. I have yet to meet the person that has the perfect environment. They have something that they set up and it's really working well for them. But there's always that next evolution, that next thing to move to, or that next thing to move away from. And if you haven't gotten to that comfortable place, then certainly there's probably more than one thing you want or need to change. Don't hide from it. Don't run from it. But just plant both feet firmly on the ground and face it head on. Or if you can get around it, go around it too. But think about it today sometime and ask yourself, what do you want or need to change? Perhaps some of those changes that you want or need are really stressing you out. So do you need to change a situation in your life that's causing you stress? Maybe it's something in your work life. Maybe it's something in your financial life, in your spiritual life. Maybe it's a relationship that you need to get into or get out of or just enhance. Maybe it's a communication barrier that you need to break through. I mean, are you aware of how easily life's challenges can have a negative effect on your entire well-being? Now, I'm sure you've had experiences, maybe more than one, where you've been through rough times. I mean, you're cruising along, going down life's road, everything's hunky-dory, all of a sudden, wham! Rough times just kind of set upon you, right? And at the end of the road, you feel like you've conquered the situation. However, even though that you were successful at handling whatever the situation was, there was always those very real side effects you probably overlooked and even called them things happen, right? Just those things that happen in life. Well, some of those things that happen in life, those very things are going to be the signs of stress, which if left unattended can lead to further challenges down the road. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger here because, stress really, it affects us all. You may notice the symptoms of stress while you're disciplining your kids, as you're going through your day at work, as you're managing your checkbook, or when you're coping with a challenging relationship, right? Whatever it may be for you, stress is everywhere. And while, don't get me wrong, a little stress is okay. It can actually be healthy and beneficial for you, keeping your juices flowing, keeping the blood pumping, right? Igniting centers in your brain that send signals down to your body and setting in a fire, so to speak. But too much stress can wear you down. It can make you sick. It can make you sick mentally and physically. So, I'm going to share with you some behaviors, all right, and ask yourself if any of the behaviors or states of mind, you could call them, have been present around at any stage in your life, or are they around now? If you're able to identify with any of them, chances are that unrecognized or maybe slightly recognized, or just ignored, stress is manifesting, and it's important that you eliminate it right away. Now, when it comes to eliminating it, stress reduction methods range from everything from having a good rolling belly laugh to exercise to medication. All these things can bring you some immense relief when it comes to stress and begin to restore your well-being. But the first step to controlling stress is to know the symptoms of stress. Right? By recognizing stress symptoms, you can recognizing stress symptoms can be harder to identify than you just might think. Most of us are so used to being stressed in today's busy, crazy Facebook, internet world that we often don't even know how stressed we are until we reach that breaking point, that point of no return, that point where we just snap. All right? So before you get there, I want to help you identify some physical and mental signs of stress, right? Here we go. Number one, and I'm not sure these are ranked in any given order, but I do think this one is a big one, but change in your sleep habits. See, here's the thing. No one should know your body better than you do, right? You should know what body signals are telling you it's time to eat, what body signals are telling you it's time to go to the bathroom, what body signals are telling you it's time to get a drink of water. You know, and with that, you know how much sleep you usually get on a good night. And if you find yourself sleeping either significantly more or significantly less, chances are you got a little stress going on in your world. A change in sleep habits is a sure sign that something is keeping you in this unsettled state. So, try to engage in some relaxing activities towards the end of your day, something that will help shift your frame of mind into one of rest. All right? It could be meditation. It could be a soothing bubble bath. Okay, maybe no bubbles. It could be just giggling, a good belly roll, right? Watch a stand-up comedy routine. Watch a funny movie. Call up a friend who's good at making you laugh. Now, if your sleep issues persist, I want you, well, it's not matter what I want, right? You should go see someone professional. Seek some doctor for further assistance because the body does so many wonderful things in recharging and regenerating itself while you sleep. All right? The next one, frequent mood swings. Ooh, I can hear all the comments from the guys and girls out there now. But I'm not talking about those mood swings that come with certain stages in someone's life or certain things not happening in their world. But I want you to take a moment to think back, let's say over the last week or the last 2 weeks, and think about how you handled each and every situation that confronted you. Did you handle it with your usual polite, calm, controlled, effective manner? Yeah? Or whatever your usual type of control is, right? If you didn't, you're probably dealing with some stress issues. Because see, frequent mood swings, especially if your mood went from, the calm to something like frustration, anger, and irritability, and swung even over to defensiveness and impatience and overreaction. See, these are all clear indications that stress is rolling around inside you. A few other moods or states of mind, as you might want to call them, to look out for are feeling depressed, feeling hopeless with things that you could normally accomplish on your own. Yeah. Maybe you're feeling irrationality about dealing with some decisions when normally you're pretty good at decision making. And there's restlessness and anxiety. Right? So these mood swings, keep an eye out for them. The next one, nervous behavior. See, when you start to show physical signs of nervous behavior, it's likely a sign that something is secretly stressing you out. It's stealthily sneaking up behind you from inside you, and now it's finally starting to show some physical signs. And here's some of the signs that, some of the physical signs that stress can begin to manifest itself through, right? Twitching, right? They got that nervous twitch. You've all heard that, right? I've seen people joke about it where they, start twitching. But that if you start feeling little twitches, it could be stress. Fiddling with things, fiddling with your pencil, running around. You can't sit still. You've got to have something in your hand to move. All right, fiddling. Excess talkativeness. Oh my goodness. I had a friend that did this whenever she had something going on in her world that stressed her out. She would just talk, just want to chat your ear off. She didn't want to face whatever it was that was going on in her world. So her defense mechanism was to strike up a conversation. Okay? Stress. And maybe you're a teeth grinder. You've probably known some folks that were teeth grinders. Stress is going on, causing you to grind your teeth. A nail biter. My oldest daughter went through this in some of her early adolescent years, started nail biting as she was dealing with some of the stress that she was going through. And pacing, this one is mine. I've done this one. I remember a period where I was going through a number of phone interviews, trying to land that next great job. And I had 2 or 3 of them lined up back to back. one afternoon. And so, and I had the portable phone, and I'm talking, and as I'm talking, trying to, pitch my skills and say, what a wonderful person I am. You need to hire me, kind of thing. And, answering the questions, of course, I found myself pacing around the room, circling around the furniture, going from one wall to the other, from the living room to the kitchen, from the kitchen back into the living room. I was pacing. Obviously, the interview process can be very stressful, and I saw that in my pacing, so that's certainly a sign of nervous behavior. Last but not least is indecisiveness and confusion. Yeah, stress can cause this. See, if you're usually able to think through things with a clear head, and then you can't, it's likely that you're struggling with that ugly monster known as stress. Stress results in you feeling kind of out of control, out of sorts, overwhelmed, any number of these things, even with the very things that you can normally handle with poise and confidence. All right, so watch out for that indecisiveness and confusion. See, here's the thing. A little stress, like I said earlier, now and then, is really not something to be concerned about. It's part of life, right? It just happens, right? There it is. However, ongoing chronic stress, that can cause, or here's the thing, it can exacerbate existing health problems. They can exacerbate serious health problems, and I'm talking about things like, mental health problems like, depression, anxiety, and some of those personality disorders that a lot of people live with on a daily basis. There are things that are going on with your cardiovascular system that stress can just do all kinds of craziness, heart disease, high blood pressure, abnormal heart rhythms, etc., etc. Let's not talk about, let's pause for a moment and remember that stress is certainly going to affect people's weight loss attempts, right? It's going to, if folks have eating disorders, stress is just going to exacerbate that. Ladies, stress is definitely going to have an impact on your menstrual cycle. Gentlemen, sexual dysfunction, I'm going to say it, I'm going to put it out there. Sometimes you don't need a pill, you just need to de-stress yourself, okay? Then there's skin and hair problems. We're talking acne, psoriasis, eczema, and even hair loss. And trust me, I know all about that one. And even problems with your tummy, ranging from just gas and burping to anything else, okay? See, ill health isn't always just about the aches and pains. The domino effect of stress can result in some serious health challenges. So, for your own benefit, it's important that you pay attention to yourself, pay attention to your body, and ensure that you do whatever it takes, whatever is necessary to reduce your stress. All right? And to help you with that tomorrow's episode is going to be 10 practical stress relieving tips. All right, so tune in again then, and I'm going to leave you as I always do in the meantime. Think successfully and take action. Talk to you later. Bye.